shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards that time.
And the Raiders first down.
Set up. 91. Hey, Sam off.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Sack, baby. Sack. Ready, set.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
To throw on third down. Gordon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Topper!
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Hey, watch the lane. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Off play action. Eason. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41.
We got to step it up. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's complete. Henry.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big... article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Number 53, Mike 53. Coming to you, coming to you.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's get sack lunch. Check.
Looking to throw. Eason got a man. It's complete. Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check. Hey, check. Ready?
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Slam.
Now. 5. Now.
On 2nd down, Eckler. That's some strong running. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Charger football to start quarter number 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Eckler. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Switch. Rush in.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And taken at the 46. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
They really capitalized on that one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Short kick, and they brought it all the way back.
Yeah, you start thinking, wow, maybe he can take it to the 35, get us in great shape. Heck, he just took it the whole way.
Yeah, no sense stopping when they're not going to stop you. Take it all the way in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Off the play fake. Gordon. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Go. Rock it. Hey, lock it. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon flushed out right. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
57's Mike.
Counter play with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Watch the curve.
Hey.
57's the Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Man, I got you. Whip.
Look at me. Score. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Gordon. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
of 11 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Now Benjamin. From out good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 22 yards there, a first down.
60 out, Lord. Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down. Eason, he's got Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 53.
Check right, check right.
Switch.
Hey, high 7.
53. Mike.
Check.
Tight dog.
Going on the ground with Eckler. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for LA. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Back to throw. Gordon. He's going to fire one deep over them into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Back to the air on second down. Eason. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Hey, team 6.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it'll bring up third down.
70, Indy.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Look, squeeze.
He's crying.
Ready?
From the gun, Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Eason, quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Off play action. Gordon. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Running is Jacobs, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let it.
Yeah, they have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Yes, yes. Hatchet. Switch. 36. Tighten up. Undercrunch.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
60 yards.
Off the play fake. Eason. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into pop.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Back. Shift.
Kill.
Yep. Motion. Hey, check step.
It's Ekeler again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Eason, complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
53. What's the curl? Check 37.
Watch out.
On the ground, it's Ekeler. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Eason. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Gordon. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Set, ready? 8, read. 3. Protein, spill, bravo. 2.
Looking to throw. Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Haywood.
On 4th down, Gordon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety
Now a toss play to Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Eason. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch.
Off play action. Gordon sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference. Meet it head on.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Eason. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
That's caught inside the 20. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the play fake. Eason. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. Coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. On 4th down, Gordon. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
On 3rd down, Gordon able to find Waller. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom. Check. You're out.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch twist.
Now.
Off play action. Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, orbit.
Mike 57. Hey, here we go.
Deep grip.
Off the play fake. Gordon. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad being pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more best though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexicans, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, boy, point to God.
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord.
past the pigskin when he stretch your distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on